Hey guys, it's Nitro, and today I'm going to be talking about the Shadowlands expansion, kind of what I have liked over the past 2 weeks, what I've disliked, and what I'm looking forward to in the future. The first thing I want to talk about is the launch of the expansion. So the last time I played WoW during the launch of an expansion was in Legion, and that experience was great. I was able to talk to the starting quest NPCs right away without really any issue. The servers were pretty stable, which was nice, and I thought that was a good experience. But in comparison to Legion, the Shadowlands was pretty rough. The quest started in Orgrimmar, and I was waiting in the city, and then about a half hour before it was scheduled to launch, I like DC'd, and I couldn't get back in. So I was waiting on the servers to, be okay for 2 hours before I could get in. Granted, I play on Area 52, which is a very popular server. It's full, and I know a lot of people had issues logging into the server. I had guildies and stuff that waited like 3 or 4 hours before they could actually play the game. So everyone's experience was kind of different. When I did log in, the whole experience was pretty laggy. Like talking to an NPC to get a quest or to hand in a quest, there was like a 10-second delay. Looting was delayed. So overall, it was a pretty rough start to the expansion, at least in my experience, which is kind of unfortunate. So the next thing I want to talk about is the leveling experience, because that's what you do, once the expansion launches, is you level to the max level. And I actually really liked it. Ever since Worlds of Draenor, I haven't really minded leveling. They made it really linear in that expansion, and ever since, it's just been getting better and better. And this expansion is actually pretty short too. I think it took me like 6 or 7 hours to hit level 60, and that's with a laggy day one and stuff. And then after that, I had to finish the campaign quests and Revendreth, so that took me another hour ish to do because I was doing some side quests here and there as well. The leveling zones are actually really nice too. My favorite are Bastion and Ardenweld, and Revendreth. The other two are okay, but those three really kind of popped out to me. The next thing I kind of want to talk about is the dungeons. So I've actually done all the dungeons several times now, and so far I actually really like them. Having said that, I think there's kind of only a little bit. There's only 8, and BFA at the launch there was 10 dungeons. So I'm hoping to add more in the future. But as of now, we have 8 dungeons. And so the only one I dislike is Plaguefall, but that's probably because I've been doing it so much to try to get that legendary memory. But all of them I actually really enjoy. This is getting kind of annoying too with that puzzle. I still just like am that person in the group that doesn't care to learn it. It just like follows people. Um, but Plaguefall is the nice thing with Plaguefall too is you can actually skip like a lot of trash. Which is really nice. I know people who did Threads of Fate leveling, and they dungeon grinded to level 60. So they're pretty, done with the dungeons, but I haven't done that in my all. So I still enjoy going into the dungeons. Mythic Plus actually comes out tomorrow, once this video comes out, and I'm actually really looking forward to that as well. I think a lot of the bosses are really fun. Like the other side, last boss is really fun. Spires of Ascension has a few good bosses. Cedar Pane is really cool, especially the boss with the meat hooks. I think that's pretty cool. So all these bosses are really unique in their own way, and they make the leveling or gearing up experience pretty good. Um, some of the mythic bosses are a little tough. It took us a few tries and sometimes to kill the last bosses, especially in the mythic dungeons. If you're pugging, it can be tough. I pugged Plaguefall Mythic week 1, and people didn't know how to do the last boss, how to like dodge the tentacles. So I was in that dungeon with the same group for like 2 hours, which was not the best experience. But hopefully, as they play the dungeons more, people will learn, what the bosses do and learn the mechanics. One of the new features in Shadowlands is Torghast, and this is what you do when you're max level, and it's how you acquire Soul Ash, which is how you craft your legendaries. So Um, Torghast is kind of compared to like the Binding of Isaac, which is like a kind of like a dungeon crawler. So there are multiple floors, and on each floor you can kind of climb and gather these abilities which make your character stronger through like utility and damage. So far I've done it a few times, and each time has been different. Each time I've gotten different abilities. Some have given me like faster speed after disengaging, or command damage or kill shot damage. So each run you do is probably going to be different. There are multiple floors. There are 4 different floors, so the layout is different every week. Um, and so far, I really like it. I think it's really fun, and I'm glad they added something new to the game in Shadowlands. Um, it also ties into the legendary system. So this is how you craft your legendaries through Soul Ash, which you acquire from Torghast. And the legendaries, I actually like that you craft them. I really didn't like Legion's legendary system where you could get the best item for that slot in the game by just like luck, right? I got really unlucky in Legion. I got the necklace and the ring. One of them gave like a shield, and the other one, I forget what it did, but it wasn't that great. So like my other hunter in my guild got the best legendary at the time, and so his damage was all of a sudden way much higher than mine. And it just was like kind of dumb and really really unfortunate, because I feel like an MMO's gear acquire should be like all based on skill and like what you can do. Like, did you do a mythic raid? Did you get a high arena rating or something? Did you grind PvP? It shouldn't be based off like Diablo 3, right? Or Diablo 2, where okay, I killed a random mob and hey, I just got a really, really good item. That's not how gear should work in an MMO, in my opinion. Um, and the legendaries themselves they kind of vary based on your class and spec. Some of them are really cool. And then some of them aren't so cool at all. The hunters are okay, I guess. They just, they vary based on your class and spec. The best one for Hunter right now is Serpent Stalker's Trickery, which uh, every time you cast Aim Shot, you also cast Serpent Sting on the target, which is pretty cool. Not crazy exciting or anything, but I think it kind of adds some more skill to the rotation in terms of like AoE or cleave situations. Keeping your Serpent Sting up on all the targets for like a long extended period of time will actually increase your damage. So it's fun, it's new, but it's not that exciting. So overall, I do like Torghast a lot actually, and I do like the legendary system more than Legion, but it's not, it might not be that fun for you, depending on what you need. But I would, if you're not rating or anything, I would craft what you like, what you think is fun, because there are some really cool ones out there. The one thing that I really don't like doing in Shadowlands is the maw. It's this daily thing where you have to, grind all these quests and stuff, and then once you hit level 5, you're done, and it's great once you hit level 5 or tier 5, whatever. Um, it's just not fun, right? And you can't mount, so you're not fast, and it takes a while because you're slow, and the zone's pretty big. So I really don't like doing it every day. Unfortunately, if you're like a mythic raider, you kind of have to, because the NPC sells this item which gives you sockets to your gear, so you can like put gems in them. And I think that's works on like 5 slots, so that's potential a lot of damage. So but the mall, I really don't like doing it. I don't know why you can't mount in it. If you could mount, it'd be so much better. Just be so much quicker, and it's such a big zone. I don't know why they don't let you mount in it. I think that's really dumb. I know later on, I think you can get mounts in there. There's like certain mounts that work in the mall. I'm not really too sure how you unlock them yet. I'm guessing it's through Torghast or something, but yeah, I do not like doing the mall at all. Hopefully they'll change it, or as we get better gear, it'll be quicker because we can just kill the mob so fast. But the mall is the one thing that in the Shadowlands expansion that I really don't like so far. I know this is pretty popular too, because it's not fun, right? So if it's not fun, most people aren't gonna like it. Uh, I was kind of skeptical going into it. It sounded kind of weird, you're in the zone and then the jailer presence, senses you and then after a little while he kicks you out. So that kind of sounded kind of weird, but overall, I think the Shadowlands is a great expansion so far. If you're just like a casual player, I think you'll really like it. If you're trying to like see if you want to play the game or not. If you're a raider, I think you really like it too. Although there are some daily things which aren't that exciting, like the mall I said. There's a lot of other fun stuff though. Like there's a lot of cool mounts you can get. I actually recently just got Blanchy. It's a really cool mount, and it's you get over like 6 days getting this stuff in Revendreth for this horse that spawns like one every like 1 or 2 hours. There's all these other cool mounts you can get. Some of them are pretty easy, some of them are a little harder. So far, I think I've gotten 4 or 5 new mounts, and doing the whole process was really fun. Just having all this new content is always really fun. Every time a WoW expansion releases, it's a great time to play the game because everything's new, everything's fresh, everyone's at the same like gear level and everything. So far, I really like Shadowlands. I'm hoping with Mythic Plus and Calcinathria releasing tomorrow. There's a little bit more to do. Obviously, the first 2 weeks, once you level 60 and did the dungeons and everything, there was not much to do except level alts. But that's another thing. This expansion is also really alt friendly, and there's no like infinite grind for like some stupid made up power. That really, really turned me off the game in previous expansions where if this person grinds world quests all day, every day, he's going to be way more powerful than me. I thought that was really stupid and it was just like not fun. I felt like I was forced to do all these things I didn't want to do. So I actually, quit the game. I didn't even play in BFA that much. But in Shadowlands, the good news is for the first time in a while, there's no system like that. So it's a lot more casual friendly, but there's so much content out there that if you want to do it, you can do it. And if you don't want to do it, you don't really have to do it. So I am really liking Shadowlands expansion so far. I'm really looking forward to raiding. I haven't raided at like a mythic level in 4 years, but tomorrow and the next few weeks I'm gonna be raiding again. So um yeah, I'm really liking this expansion so far. So let me know what you guys think, how you're liking it. Follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all the things, and I'll see you guys next time.